Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails historic reforms in agriculture, says the government is committed to MSP support for farmers. Nagaland Government signed Memorandum of Understanding with Health Ministry for establishment of a new medical college at Mon. COVID-19 tally in Nagaland climbs up to 5,357. And Nagaland Government permits partial reopening of schools, training institutions and centres from 21st of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the passing of the two farm-related bills in the Lok Sabha as historic. He said the agrarian reform bills are of utmost importance for the farmers and agriculture sector of the country. The Prime Minister said the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020 and the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Bill 2020 will truly free the farmers from middlemen and all obstacles. He said these agrarian reforms will provide new opportunities to farmers to sell their produce, which will increase their profits. Modi asserted that these legislations will empower farmers in the country and will ensure that they get the benefit of modern technology. He said various powers are engaged in confusing the farmers regarding the provisions of the new legislation. Modi assured farmers that a system of MSP and government procurement will continue as before. The Prime Minister exhorted that these bills will additionally fortify the farmers by giving them many more options. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has dedicated the historic Kosi Rail Mahasetu mega bridge to the nation through video conference a short while ago. He also inaugurated 12 rail projects related to passenger facilities to benefit the people of Bihar. The 1.9-kilometer long Kosi mega bridge has been completed at a total cost of 516 crore rupees. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said history has been created in connectivity and prosperity of Bihar after construction of the historical Kosi Rail Mahasetu. Modi said the bridge has connected Mitihila and Kosi region. The dedication of this project has fulfilled the 86-year-old dream and the long wait of the people of the region. Nagaland Government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare for the establishment of the new medical college at Mon yesterday. This was informed by State Health Minister S. Pangyopom. Pangyu, in a tweet, expressed gratitude to the Union Health Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan, for approving and sanctioning the institute to cater to the needs of remote and underserved areas and to promote access to quality health care. The minister, while expressing hope, called upon the citizens to extend their full cooperation from all ends to make the project a dream come true for the progress and benefit of all. Nagaland's total COVID-19 tally climbs up to 5,357 after 51 positive cases of COVID-19 were reported today. The fresh cases were detected from Kohima with 23 cases, 20 in Dimapur, 4 in Mogokchung, 2 from Mon and 1 each in Beren and Tuensang. The cases reported consisted of 24 from traced contacts, 17 from armed forces, 9 from returnees, and 1 case from a frontline worker. Besides, the state also reported 29 recoveries, out of which 14 were from Dimapur, 8 from Kohima, and 7 from Mon. The state has now a total of 1,213 active cases, while 4,108 have recovered from the infection. So far, 10 persons have died due to COVID-19, while 5 deaths were not COVID-related. Meanwhile, 21 have migrated to other states. The country today registered the highest single-day recoveries of 87,472 COVID patients. Health Ministry said recovery rate of COVID-19 has further improved to 78.86%. Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has reached over 41,12,000. The constantly increasing recoveries have ensured that the actual caseload of the country is reduced and currently comprises only 19.52% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 10,17,000. Currently, India's case fatality rate is at 1.62%, which is one of the lowest globally. In the last 24 hours, 1,174 deaths were reported, taking the toll to 84,372. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. The Rajya Sabha today unanimously passed the Salaries and Allowances of Ministers Amendment Bill 2020 and the Salary Allowances and Pension of Members of Parliament Amendment Bill 2020. The two legislations are related to reduction in the salaries, allowances of the ministers and members of Parliament. The bills will replace the two ordinances amending the Salaries and Allowances of Ministers Act 1952 and the Salary Allowances and Pension of Members of Parliament Act 1954. The bills have provision to cut their salaries and other allowances by 30%. These changes have been made for a period of 1 year, effective from 1st of April this year. The Rajya Sabha today passed the Homeopathy Central Council Amendment Bill 2020 and the Indian Medicine Central Council Amendment Bill 2020. Homeopathy Central Council Amendment Bill amends the Homeopathy Central Council Act 1973. The Act sets up the Central Council of Homeopathy, which regulates homeopathic education and practice. The bill replaces the Homeopathy Central Council Amendment Ordinance 2020, which was promulgated in April this year. Replying to a discussion on the bills, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan said that the government is committed to bring the positive changes in the Indian medicine systems in a transparent manner to provide quality healthcare facilities. Union government has clarified that there is no proposal to privatize the Indian railways. This was stated by Railway Minister Piyush Goyal in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha today. He clarified that the operation of the existing services of Indian Railways is not going to be affected. He said as of now, no regular passenger train service running over Indian Railways is being operated by a private operator. Nagaland Government has permitted the partial opening of schools for students of classes 9 to 12 on voluntary basis for taking guidance from their teachers, including skill or entrepreneurship training institutions or centers. In an order issued today, the Chief Secretary Demjantoy said that activities in schools, colleges, educational, coaching and training institutions or centers in the state will be permitted to function with effect from 21st of September following strict adherence of the Standard Operating Procedures SOPs. The SOPs stated that up to 50% of teaching and non-teaching staff are permitted to be called to the schools at a time for online teaching, tele-counseling and related works in areas outside the containment zone only, while students of classes 9 to 12 are permitted to visit their schools in areas outside the containment zones only on voluntary basis. However, this will be subject to a written consent of the parents or guardians. It also said teachers and students' interaction and visits should be organized in a staggered manner. Meanwhile, skill or entrepreneurship training will be permitted in National Skill Training Institutes, Industrial Training Institutes, short-term training centers registered with National Skill Development Corporation or State Skill Development Missions or other ministries. Besides National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship and their training providers are also permitted. Online and distance learning will continue to be permitted and encouraged. And now to the news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails historic reforms in agriculture, says government is committed to MSP support for farmers. Nagaland Government signed Memorandum of Understanding with Health Ministry for the establishment of new medical college at Mon. COVID-19 tally in Nagaland climbs up to 5,357, and Nagaland Government permits partial reopening of schools, training institutions and centers from 21st of this month. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.